may the blessing of Almighty God, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit come upon you and remain with you always. Amen.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, we're good to go, man. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Councilman,
Yeah, good to see you, man.
District 3?
Yep, we're here right now.
In this, yeah, I live in District 3, so I was wondering if this was also here, but
You're cool.
you're barely just getting started doing that, right?
Yeah, just a few weeks in, got elected in the May election, and we're excited today because we're going to get a new colleague. So District 4 is on the ballot today.
Oh, is that why there's been voting going on?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah, they
didn't
got
know
a
that.
special election.
Who's competing?
So it's a guy named Gary Boren, who actually used to hold my seat in District 3
Okay.
against a guy named Tim Green, who's a local home builder.
Oh, okay.
So they're fighting it out and going crazy.
I guess it'll be too late by the time this comes out. This will be out on Monday.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so we'll, I guess Monday we'll know who it is.
we'll know.
We should know tonight.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I guess we'll just get into it. I put out on Facebook that I wanted to discuss data centers.
Yeah,
And
that's the
you
hot
were-
topic right now.
You were the first to respond. I'm going to have a few other people come on. But yeah, it's really, really been going on. I guess even here locally.
Oh man, we had people were at City Hall the other day. I think we had 150 people show up to talk about that. It wasn't really even on the list of things to get into that day.
Oh,
but
really?
Everybody showed up. Yeah,
Wow. Is that like, what's like a normal amount of people to show up?
and normally it's just members of our staff and 2 or 3 people looking at a zoning case.
Oh, wow.
They're like, okay, are we going to zone this from residential to commercial or whatever?
So how does that make you feel if people are really vocalizing their concerns or whatever?
It makes me excited, man, because really I've been engaged in this process since I was 18.
Yeah.
So I've been involved in politics and government since then. And I've been doing that because I'm concerned about a bunch of things. But really, there's been a large lack of engagement on a lot of things. I'll show up to these meetings. I remember when I was in high school, I used to go to the school board meetings sometimes.
Wow.
And I'd be the only member of the public there. And I'm sitting here thinking, where is everybody? Is everybody else not worried about what's going on down here? But periodically, you get issues like this that pop up that really engage the people.
I personally am glad. This seems like a very important issue.
It is. Yeah.
And I guess what role does the city council have in all of this?
Yeah, so it depends. We play a few roles. The biggest one is land use regulations. So if you're outside in the county, you can pretty much do whatever you want with your land within reason. You can't
Which
do
I'm assuming is happening now with that one.
a lot. Yeah. So the
Okay.
one by Abernathy,
Yeah.
Nobody can really stop it. It's just out there doing what it does.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
okay. So that's the issue.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
concern
Exactly.
is it's not in y'all's jurisdiction, I guess, to even say what's up.
Yeah. As a member of the city council in Lubbock, if they want to put a data center, a mile outside the city limits, I'm over here like, well, can't do anything about that whatsoever.
Well, then what can be done if we
Yeah.
don't want it?
Yeah. So if you don't want a data center, the state has to take action on the unincorporated areas, right?
Okay.
They've got to pass some new law that puts new land use into place. We should really talk about what data centers are and what they do, though.
Okay, let's get into that
But
because I have no idea.
I was going to say, you might be familiar. Your audience may be curious.
I try not to use AI. Let's say that.
Yeah. So data centers have been around way before that, before AI even. So,
Okay.
and we've had small data centers here in Lubbock forever. You could even say where we're sitting right now, if we got a computer, we got a data center, quote unquote. It's just a little one. So it's all about size because every time you got data, you got to store it. The data on this podcast, the recording we've got, if we put it in the cloud, like let's say you save it to your Google, it's stored in a data center somewhere.
So I guess the issue is with AI, it's a lot more energy,
It uses more data.
just more and more.
Yeah, it's volume, So
Okay.
like, let's say we got the bakery on, Broadway over there. They've got grain stored there. Well, that's a little bit of grain. Then you got the grain elevator downtown. That's a lot of grain. And so it's all volume. You could call both a grain center, right?
Okay, I got you.
So it's all about as technologies continue to move forward, as Facebook has grown, as Google has grown, they've got to store all that information somewhere. Because when people talk about storing it in the cloud, what's the cloud?
So some data centers.
It's data centers.
Okay.
Yep.
Which has been around. The cloud has been around for a while.
Yeah. So whenever I like at
Uh-huh.
my business, we use Google Drive to store our documents and files.
Okay.
And so that's in the cloud. And I used to be, growing up, I was like, where's the cloud? What is that?
Yeah.
I guess it's just magically out there somewhere. No, it's on some hard drive somewhere. It's not
And
really.
it has to be stored physically somewhere.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
really
okay.
until Elon figures out how to store data on the moon.
Please.
Yeah, right? Until he figures out how to do that, it's still on Earth somewhere in some hard drive.
Okay.
Yep.
That does help me a little bit understand it.
So why do people care, right? Like
Yeah.
we've been storing files forever. We're storing a lot more files right now. And a lot of that's because AI has moved forward. And from there, we're going to see more quantum computing, which uses even more data. I don't pretend to understand quantum computing. There's some very smart people that do. But I know a little bit about AI, right?
Yeah.
And so processes data, uses data, and some people use it for absolutely ridiculous stuff. But
Most people complaining do.
they do. They do. A lot of people that are complaining about data centers are out there using AI to generate their graphics.
Yeah.
And the people that are concerned about data centers, we should talk about that. 99 out of 100 of them are good citizens that have legitimate complaints. 1 out of 100 of them are political activists trying to score political points. And I don't love to see that.
That's fair. Water usage.
Yeah.
That's everybody's concern, I think that's one of the big points I was going to bring up to you.
That's the big one, man. We got to have
That
water.
is
I brought my water storage into the studio today.
probably
So
the biggest one, right?
you would think electrical power is probably the biggest one, man. If we had unlimited electricity, we wouldn't really even need water at all
Oh, okay.
to cool data centers anyway. So the data centers that existed before now, some of them are water cooled, some of them are air cooled. So you got a desktop PC, I assume, right? Or a laptop?
Yes.
All right. So you got a cooling fan in there, right?
You can hear it when it's real, real hot.
Yep. And it's running, cooling it down. It's always running every time you're running the system.
Okay.
So that's an air cooled PC, right? Some of these gamers out there, they have liquid cooled PCs. So as ridiculous as it sounds, everyone's like, hey, don't put your water near my computer, right? I got a 10-year-old kid and I'm like, hey, don't put your water there. You'll dump it on my computer. Some people have liquid cooled PCs where it runs water through and more efficiently cools the processor.
So they themselves have a data center.
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we all do. We all have a little data
Yeah.
center, right?
Yeah.
Anybody, unless you're just totally off the grid, you got a data center.
Okay.
So it's all about size, right? And so enter hyperscale data centers, right? Those are big, big, big data centers. Have you been to Abilene lately?
No, I've seen pictures.
All right. So if you've driven through Abilene, they've got a hyperscale data center down there, which is massive. I drove through the other day. It's north of the highway there. Just a gigantic data center where they're storing a whole lot of data in one place. The data centers we've got here in Lubbock right now, we've got, there's one out at Reese that's been there for a while. There's one off of 18th and Q, which is 2 little buildings. Then there's the one that hit the news the other day that's going in off of the northeast side.
Yeah. That's coming in.
Yeah, those are all small data centers. So everybody got real excited when the one on the northeast side came in. They're like, oh no, it's a hyperscale data center. I said, no, it's a little bitty data center.
So why was that? Since, like you're saying, there's one in Reese.
Yeah.
There's one already in town. So
Oh, yeah.
why is this one been really blown up in the news?
Everybody's trying to get all excited about it for politics. They're trying to.
You think that for real?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I've seen the math on it. It's not a true hyperscaler, right? It's not
Oh.
using 100,000 gallons of water. We could see that's what's going in near Abernathy. It's kind of a hyperscale size data center.
In Abernathy.
Yeah,
Oh.
of all places, right?
Well, there's nothing out there, right? For them,
Not
they just
much.
fucking put it out there.
Not much, man.
Oh my god!
And they've got another the one in Abilene's hyperscale. The one at Childress is hyperscale. Little places a lot of people haven't even heard of, like Turkey. They're getting
Yeah.
those. But
So these have been sensationalized on the news because of political reasons.
well, okay. So the hyperscalers are legitimately sensationalized because they use a lot of resources.
Yeah, we don't need those.
The little ones, some people are trying to use their construction to score political points, right? So they're blurring the lines.
Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. It's really complicated, kind of,
It
and
is.
it isn't.
It
But
is,
I
man.
guess because you represent us and
Yeah.
you kind of make decisions for us. What if we don't want it? I mean, I guess you did answer that earlier. If it's not in the city,
if it's not in the city,
we got to
do
go
it.
to the state.
Yeah,
That's where
Exactly.
you fix the problem is in the state.
Yeah, exactly. Now at the city, what I can do is I can regulate anything inside the city limits. So the approach I've taken, I've said, hey, these data centers are coming. I want to have some control over how they're used. And so what I want to do, I want to see them, if they're going to come to our area, I'd like them to be regulated. So I'm like, instead of one building, 8 miles south of Lubbock and sucking water out of the aquifer, I say, hey, instead of using 1 million gallons down there, put it somewhere where it can be annexed into the city and you'd be limited on its water and electrical consumption.
And I'm going to assume these big corporations don't want to do that.
Well, sometimes they're willing to.
Okay.
You got to negotiate with them, make a deal and all that. Sometimes they want to have access to infrastructure and things like that because it's less expensive to do that.
I don't know why I'm painting these people out to be evil. It just seems like
I mean, they're in their own self-interest. You can always
Yeah.
assume people to act in their own interest, right?
for money,
Exactly. Yeah.
just a form of being evil. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Oh gosh. So it's even a bigger fight than I thought. Sometimes
It is.
it's gonna be with these really big ones.
It is, man. Yeah.
Oh.
And so you got citizens, including me, concerned saying, hey, we've only got limited resources, which we do anywhere, right?
Yeah.
We got limited power. We got limited water. We need to use it wisely.
So what is this stuff I hear on like just other places in America, I guess, where they talk about it hikes up the energy costs for like the people end up getting at the back end paying for the electricity of it.
Yeah. So
Does that happen?
it can.
It
So
can.
with the way technology's been working, so think back to any time new technology came in. Think back to the railroad. Think back to when electricity itself showed up. People initially did not have an understanding of how it worked because it was so new, and it developed as it came in. And so what we've had to do as regulators is had to say, okay, we've got to become experts in this. We've got to know how it works. We've got to put the right guardrails in place. As you can imagine, we've got limited money as well. So we've got to use money to fix Boston Avenue right there across the street. We've got to use money to bring in power to run our ACs and all that, fund our police and fire department, all that mess. And so we've got to have those resources. So early on, a lot of people got really excited and said, hey, come on, no rules, do what you do, just bring us that revenue. And thankfully, we didn't do that here in Lubbock. Took a more measured approach and said, hey, we got to have these guardrails in place. That way we don't end up with massive hyperscale data center using 1 million gallons of water a day. That's usually how it's measured, is in gallons per day.
And 1 million.
Yeah, 1 million gallons a day, man. That's a lot of water.
Wow.
Right.
I can't even think of I don't even probably a family doesn't even use that in a year, or do they?
Not in a year.
No way.
No.
Oh my God.
But, industry uses water,
Yeah.
it uses power, all that kind of thing. So we want to drive these companies to be as efficient as they can, because otherwise they're going to be as cost effective as they can, right? It's just simple human nature.
So do you think there will come a time where it is super efficient to run in?
They're already going that way. And so because they're being forced to go that way.
Yeah, they should have from the beginning, I guess, but it's good. Again, I guess the silver lining is people are speaking out against it.
Yeah.
More so than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Whether it's political or not, I don't really even care. Just talk about it,
It's
please.
a little bit of both, man.
Yeah.
So we are putting them in a position where they have to run efficiently.
Yeah.
Now, are we able to shut down all AI? No. If we
Yes, I
do
got it.
that, if we say, nope, we're not doing any AI development at all, what's going to happen is
China's going to take over the world?
China's going to take over the world. Russia's going to take over the world. It kind of, to an extent, it almost goes back to the discussion with nukes back in the 60s. Man.
Really hurt.
It's like, all right, we're going to build no nukes in the U.S. Russia and China, they smile and they say, great, we're going to build them all and we're going to checkmate you guys.
They do not care about their environment.
Not a bit.
Gosh.
No. And I'm going to stand firm and say we do care about our environment here.
It seems like we're still the good guys.
I hope so.
Yeah, oh, man.
I'd like to think so, man. But really, it's all a balancing act, right?
Yeah.
So if they've got emerging technology, we need emerging technology as well. It's not just about, generating goofy videos and stuff.
No.
They use AI in warfare now, man.
Yeah, I was going to eventually bring up those concerns with
It's a real thing.
data
Like,
centers,
yeah.
like surveillance state.
Yeah,
type of deal?
that's a concern. But like, take the Ukraine war, right, or
Okay.
the Iran war. They're using AI to guide missiles and drones and all that, which is kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
But I would rather us have that technology as well as the people who may be our rivals, instead of just saying, let's let our rivals have all that tech. Kind of like
Gosh.
showing up to the fist fight, and you've got Rocky over here, and we got some little guy over here. I'm like, let's be powerful,
Yeah. Oh wow. This really is like the nuclear arm race
It's a little
of
bit.
our
It's a little bit like
of
that.
our generation. Oh my god.
But what I've seen, so I'm a student of history. I know you like history as
Mhm.
well. And studying back in history, oftentimes it was a true arms race. You could see it because it's like, all right, they build 100 tanks, we're going to build 110 tanks. It's even more complicated than that with a phenomenon called globalization. As we've seen pardon me, got this cough. As we've seen the economy get globalized. So now instead of, hey, let's punch this guy harder than that guy, it's, hey, let's control more resources than those guys. And so we've also got to stay afront of the economic war that's going on all the time. Just sitting here in Lubbock, man, I live on 54th Street and work on 34th. I don't see a lot of the world every day. But every minute of every day, there's this global economic war going on that we barely even see.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
It's too much to think about sometimes.
yeah, so I'm in this position. The people of Lubbock said, "Hey, you get to go be a decision maker." So instead of, it'd be real easy to go out there and just say, "No, we're going to shut down all AI. We're going to make sure we conserve and hoard all our resources." Or I could say, "Hey, I actually have to make a decision now. I'm going to put some frameworks in place to say, let's wisely use our resources. Let's guide this development, make it done right. Let's get it done."
Is the rest of the council kind of on your side with that?
They're pretty practical, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's got their own opinions. Everybody's got legitimate concerns. And again, we could take those concerns and say, no, we're going to put down a 5-year moratorium and all this. And I say, guys, that's kicking the can down the road.
Didn't they do that with the 18-month moratorium thing that just
It's just kicking the can down
that's
the
how
road,
you
man.
is that what it is?
Yeah, basically, it's saying, hey, we're just going to say, and that'd be very easy for me to do, right? I'd say, I want to get reelected in 4 years. So I'm going to say, let's just kick the can down the road. That's not good leadership. Maybe it's good politics.
Yeah.
That's not good leadership. It's the same as saying, hey, we don't want to spend money on asphalt to pave these roads. So let's let whoever's in office 4 years from now deal with it, right? Smart politics, bad leadership.
Well, it's refreshing to hear that.
Yeah,
you're,
it's
you're,
tough.
you're worried
though.
about leadership.
It's tough though because you've got. And I don't want to name names and give them needless popularity.
Go
but
ahead.
There's okay.
No,
fine,
just kidding. No, just kidding. No, it's
There's
fine.
and everybody knows their names. There's 2 or 3 guys running around here in Lubbock that want to be in political office so bad they're willing to use this issue to try to force us to make bad short-term decisions so they can get in office.
That's what you feel they're doing. I mean, I searched your name on Facebook and his name popped up. I know exactly who you're talking about.
It's a couple of guys, but yeah,
I know one in particular.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how you feel that's what their actions are.
I think so, man.
Um,
Yeah, and but what they're doing, right? I'm not saying everybody that's got concerns about data centers, myself included, are in that group. But guys like that, they like to play the politics game to try to get power for themselves, and it's shameful.
That is. This is a real serious issue.
It is.
Damn.
It is, man. No, it's legit, and it's a question of: are we going to say, "Hey, let's make wise decisions now," or are we going to kick the can down the road for our own benefit?
So there's no stopping this though.
I don't think so.
It will be here or it'll be out in Tulia, Texas. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, pretty much. Or it's going to cross New Mexico, and Hobbs and Clovis are going to do it.
Yeah.
If we stopped all data centers here in Texas, we're going to end up surrounded by them in New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arizona.
And I mean, like
Mexico.
you're saying, some private landowner could just sell his stuff and give it to
Yeah.
if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll give him a big chunk of money for that.
Oh yeah,
It's probably
no
hard
doubt.
to say no to that.
No doubt, man. I mean, the landowners would be glad to do it because they're like, I've worked hard my whole life and invested. And got this land worth $1,000 an acre, and now it's worth $15,000 an acre. They're going to take it, man.
Yeah, I mean, who can play them? Jesus.
So anyway, these guys, and it's really been hard sitting on the council. They get everybody's emotions stirred up. They say, "Hey, let's go tell them absolutely no." And I'm over there sitting on my seat, like, well, maybe I should do the easy thing. Maybe I should just say, "Yeah, we're going to say no. We're going to stand against data centers." I've seen guys do that in their campaigns. I don't know if they're being honest about that, but they'll come out and just campaign against them, and it's just the easy thing to do to get elected. That's not a new phenomenon, man. think back years ago in politics, politicians have done that forever. Even in my own campaign, I got tempted from time to time to say, you know what? I'm going to pick the easy route and just do that. But I tried to always be honest with the voters and say, look, guys, I'm going to do my best to do what's right for our community, not necessarily the popular thing.
Yeah, I have to be transparent with the people who listen. Like recently, I guess because of the media and everything, I was like, I'm voting based off data center. Like I was almost like a single voter issue for me.
Yeah,
But I guess politics is a nasty game, and people say all this stuff, right?
it is.
And I mean, yeah,
You always keep it real, though, man, on your show. I appreciate that.
you have to, and it makes sense. I wish I could, I'll be honest, I wish I could trust, I guess, you guys, and I wish there was high trust to be like, yes, we're gonna regulate this
Yeah,
in the city, as opposed to letting it run free.
yeah,
Because that, to me, I mean, that eases anxiety as just somebody who lives right down the street.
yeah.
And because I think I saw in Denver City, I could be wrong, they were turning their faucet on and there was no water coming out. I'm like,
Let's see, it wasn't Denver City.
Colorado's, I don't
They
remember.
were
You know what I'm
dealing
talking
with
about, right?
Was it,
It's close.
man, I can't remember. Was it Colorado City?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Something city.
Yeah, some of these little communities, they have really big water challenges. I mean,
Oh, they already had it.
yeah.
Okay.
We talk about water conservation a lot. Lubbock's in pretty good standing. So we should talk
Yeah.
about our 100-year water plan for Lubbock. I had the opportunity a couple weeks ago to go out and tour the site of what we call Lake 7. So we're putting a great big lake in East Lubbock.
Yeah, McBrayer came on here and talked about it. I was
Yeah.
pretty excited about that.
It's going to be cool, man.
Yeah.
So something that is really special about Lubbock, and this goes back to 1909 when we were founded. The people that have been engaged in Lubbock's, excuse me, in Lubbock's government for many years, they've had a lot of foresight. So my family's been in this area for a long, long time. Grandpa went to tech in the 50s.
Nice.
And he tells me the stories that when 34th Street, just north of us here, was the edge of the earth. It was all cotton fields down south. And so then in the 70s, when they're putting the loop in out by the mall, people are saying, what are y'all doing building this highway in the middle of nowhere? And the center of town now is the mall.
Yeah.
And so that loop is in the middle of everything, which is crazy. But it's because our leaders had foresight. They were willing to make tough decisions and say, hey, let's invest. Let's invest now so the next generation has what they need. And so because some dudes back in the 50s and 60s made tough choices, you and I have good roads to drive on now.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, no doubt. And so a few of them are still around. And if they're listening, I appreciate you guys' work.
Heck
Some
yeah.
of them are long gone, man, and they did hard things then, so we'd have what we need now.
Okay. And that 100-year water plan, really pretty good, smart move.
Yeah. So something that I had to look into, I'm like, okay, if we have a 100-year water plan, what are we 20 years into that plan? Do we only have 80 years of water left? No. So it's a rolling plan. So every year they're updating that plan to make sure we've got 100 years of water to come every year ongoing. And so Lubbock's water is kind of interesting. I don't know if you know where it comes from, but
Lake Allen Henry.
a little bit,
Okay.
yeah. We're not just punching water wells and pulling water up from beneath us, right? The Ogallala Aquifer.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's not our main source, right? So the water beneath our feet right now is not necessarily what's coming out of the tap in this building. We're getting water from Bailey County, where they have a lot of water on the New Mexico line, up north of Amarillo, where we have a substantial amount of water rights in Roberts County, and then we've got our surface water at Lake Allen Henry out there. And the Lake 7 that's coming in is also going to be a big source of water.
And will that be a place where people can go have fun?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
man.
nice.
We're gonna be fishing out there. But we're gonna be a little older, but yeah, you and me are gonna be out on a boat out there.
Yeah,
man,
maybe
about
I'll have
15.
little kids out there running around.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. I might have grandkids by
Oh,
then.
that'd be nice. There we
Gee
go.
whiz. But no, we were out there thinking, just driving around the canyon the other day, like, okay, where are the good fishing spots gonna be?
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, so it's your job to protect that water,
That's right.
especially from the one thing that probably could take it all away.
Yeah, well, and there's a lot of things that could, man. I mean, number one, just using it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, and then we have to look at other efficient ways, right? So, like, we've got the splash pads for the kids to play at now. A lot of those will recycle water. So they collect the water. I remember the city of Shallow Water, when I lived out there, put a splash pad in. They changed the system where instead of using up the water, it collected all the water that got used and filtered it and reused it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
People pee in it anyway, so
Jeez.
so it's all good.
Thankfully, it gets cleaned though.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's just really neat to see what Lubbock has done to make sure we have that water going forward.
So it's not all doom and gloom.
No, it's really not. And a lot of people in politics, they like to lead with fear because fear controls people. So I'm a Christian, man. I don't know if we've talked about that or not, but I've got a deep faith in God, and that gives me a lot of optimism long term, right?
Yeah.
So I know where I'm going when I die, but even so, I've got faith in God to provide for me now. But that faith has really driven a lot of optimism, and I don't let fear run my life. I let hope and truth lead my life. And so that's bled into every aspect of my life, even in my business. When we're struggling, I'll be like, okay, things are pretty rough right now. But instead of being afraid and be like, oh no, we're going to run out of money, I'll say, no, let's have some hope. Let's have some optimism. Let's build some things.
Yeah, it's really interesting that you said like how much me as well, like faith has helped get rid of fear.
Man, I've seen that on Facebook. You've really been talking a lot about your own faith journey.
It's been weird.
Can you tell me about that? You comfortable?
Yeah, because I've been trying to think of how to say it. It's really interesting, even just that me and my friends who've never really talked about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I have like a few friends in particular that we actually share like scripture almost and like religious. It's through like Instagram and Facebook, but like memes even of just like we're all Christians, just stuff like that. And just the fact that it's an open topic for us has been really interesting to me. And even like I was literally thinking about this today. Like even I discovered a Christian rap artist today.
Who's that?
God, I can't remember his name.
Lecrae or one of the old school guys?
No, I think this is like a newer one. Like if I played you the music, you would think it's like some like really new age rap stuff, but he's talking about God.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
And there is a scripture, man. I can't think of what the verse is.
I think's his name. Sorry.
Okay. It says, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And so I think about that. A lot of people, they're really afraid of data centers. And there's a difference between fear and caution, right? Caution is very advised, but there's wisdom in that. And so when we have these things coming where we have some fear, I like to take that fear and turn it into caution, which leads to wisdom.
Yeah, I was hoping that would be the whole thing of this podcast is to relieve that. I was calling it anxiety, but yeah, fear.
Now,
a lot of fear.
You talked about it. Maybe we don't trust the council. That's good. You want to have that relationship where the citizens are holding their leaders accountable. We have that in America. You go to other countries, man, you try to hold your government accountable, you're screwed.
You will not wake up the next day.
No, sir. No, but here in America, it's such a beautiful thing. That's why, I'll be sitting in a public meeting. I've got 100 people there to yell at me. I'm thinking, good.
Fortunate.
I obviously would prefer that people be civil and, we have a back and forth conversation instead of yelling. But I love that people have the right here in America to do that.
It's crazy how much people take that for granted.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah, like back in the day, man, think about the time of the American Revolution. If the citizens went and everybody showed up at the palace and started yelling at King George, somebody gets shot, man.
Yeah.
That's not the way it is anymore. And I just love that, man.
So what's like a I guess showing up to meeting, like a healthy way to hold you guys accountable?
Yeah, so my favorite thing is when I get to just chat one-on-one like we're doing today. We try to be pretty accessible at City Hall. You can't necessarily do that. You can't always call Trump and say, hey, Mr. President, I got this concern. We need to deal with it. We can't just go back and forth with the president usually.
That'd be nice.
But, here in Lubbock, if you got a problem at the city, you call your councilman. You can call the mayor.
Yeah. I've been able to directly contact you and the mayor. Yeah, you're right.
Just hit us up. Be like, hey, I got this concern, and then we'll talk about it, man.
It's really nice.
Yeah. It works really well.
Do you see a lot of people using that or not really?
Surprisingly few. So I think
that really bothers me, actually.
Well, and they don't know. So they don't realize. They think, oh, no, those guys are unapproachable. I'm like, guys, my business is right there on 34th. I live on 54th Street, Well,
I just mean even like, I got jaded by it because I was trying to get in, when, what was it? With the decriminalizing marijuana?
Yeah.
So I was like, I have a lot of people in my life, maybe allegedly, that partake, and I was like, "This is your time to use your rights to fucking express something." And I mean, granted, I think maybe 5,000 more people voted than normal,
A few more
but that's
did,
it.
but a
And I
lot
was
of
like, "You guys are all full of crap."
well, in this election today, man, I think there's gonna be about 2,000 people that vote. Do you know how many people live in that district? It's
Um,
like
This is District 4,
I don't have the numbers, but it's 50 or 60,000 people.
and only 2.
About 2,000 people are gonna pick.
Do you know how many are registered to vote?
It's a lot more. Let me get my calculator.
Okay.
Hold on. All right, so we're looking at. Let me just do some rough numbers. I'm doing math on a Saturday, man. Let's see if I can keep up.
Yeah, keep that brain sharp.
If I were to guess, there's probably about 30 to 40,000 registered voters in that district.
Less than 10%
Yeah, man.
vote.
Yeah, man.
Usually the case in all voting, right?
And they're gonna pick whoever's sitting next to me on the council.
Who ultimately will help, if it happens, regulate a
Yep.
data center that could come to town.
Yeah,
Or whatever the issue is. Dogs. I know a lot of people have issues with dogs.
man. I dealt with that in Clap Park the other day,
Yeah.
man.
My mom hit near and dear last year. Like death to another dog, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So it's what I mean. Like I love and I'm actually fighting for that, like the freedom to express yourself and voice your opinion. I really like,
Yeah,
I think that's awesome and beautiful. But a lot of people do hit Facebook and Instagram and do a lot of chirping. And then when these things happen,
yeah. No, they've got a lot to say on Facebook behind the screen, but when it comes time to show up at a meeting, a lot of people can't show up.
I was going to ask you that. Why are the meetings so early in the middle of the week?
So we found, and this is before me, right? But they tried doing evening meetings. They found the number of people that show up is about the same.
Oh, it doesn't even
It
change.
doesn't change a whole lot. So, but everyone's saying, wait, why are we working in the middle of the night when almost nobody's here and people just come in the day? And some can't. But man, I tell you, we try to be so easy to access. People can just email me. I get it directly. Or if they call my office, secretary will take the call. They'll forward it to me. I'm about to have another conversation with a lady from my district that called in. And I'll just pick up the phone and call her back and say, hey, it's me. She'll say, whoa, I thought this was going to be the assistant. I'm like, no, we handle this direct. So it's crazy. Of the 150 people that showed up at City Hall, I think this week I got 3 emails asking about data centers. 3, man.
I mean, I'm glad that 150 showed up.
Yeah.
But
I am glad too. But I'm like, make me work a little harder than that. Hit me up, guys. I want to talk about this and share what I've learned, because I've spent, and I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent learning about how data centers work, how water conservation works. I want to share that knowledge with other people.
oh man.
It's crazy, man. And
So okay, how do you what makes you decide? Because you're ultimately the vote.
yeah. So right now, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and adopt a set of regulations on data centers. We don't have any right now, and so we really need to get that done. I think some people in the government may be concerned. They're like, oh no, if we bring these regulations up, everyone's going to be like, oh no, y'all are pro data centers. We got to shut this down. Right now, it's unregulated, man.
You're kind of like Theodore Roosevelt. You got to put a little bit of regulation in,
A little bit,
just to manage it.
and there's a balance, man. Because I love freedom too, right?
Yes,
Like I'm
very
like,
important.
give me as much freedom as we can while keeping everybody else safe. It goes back to property rights, man. I can do what I want to do at my house so long as it doesn't hurt my neighbors.
Yeah, I vote for people like that. So
I'm concerned about that, man. There was a really big, pro freedom movement around 2012, 2014. I was cheering for that because I'm like, freedom is something huge for America. It's what we didn't have. That's what our founders dreamed of. Gee, man, I gotta get another drink.
Somebody put a hex on you, man. You better
Can't
be
breathe, man.
careful.
Man, we'll pray that away. Oh man, but yeah, I love freedom, man. I love this country, and I want to see us move towards more freedom for everybody.
I know we're talking about freedom, but how do you form regulations on this? What is the whole process?
Yeah, sure. So most of what we can do is through land use regulations and water use regulations. So again, out in the county, there's very little regulation on that. But in the city, we can say, hey, we're willing to sell you this much water. So no, you can't just open that tap and flow 1 million gallons. We're limiting you.
So like you guys as a council can pass what is it called, like a law or ordinance?
Yeah, we can pass an ordinance.
Okay. And that's legally they have to abide by that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got that, and then you got land use regulations. So, like, it wouldn't make any sense to put any industrial development like 50th in Indiana or 50th in Q, right? Like, a lot of people live around there. They don't need noise and light pollution and all that. And so we want this to be way out, right? So, you know, way south of town, way north of town, way west of town, that kind of thing, out by the lake.
Yeah, I've heard they're noisy.
Yeah. So some big cities, they don't really have zoning regulations. Like, believe it or not, Houston, I'm
I've
told,
heard about it.
don't have zoning regulations. They could, again, I don't know the nuances of it, but my understanding is you could have a house, like your house, my house. They could build a high-rise condo right next door.
Yeah.
But here in Lubbock, we've got additional protections available.
We got pretty good
Yeah.
zoning laws and all that.
Yeah, we've got a lot more protection here in Lubbock than they do in some of those other places.
Man, you see, I hear this and I'm like, I never want to leave this place.
I don't blame you, man.
'Cause-
So I've lived near Austin. Or I lived in Austin years ago. I lived north of San Antonio. I've been all around the country, and I just keep coming back to Lubbock, man.
Yeah, a lot of people I know do that.
A lot of people they'll complain. They're like, "Oh no, we're just getting another chicken restaurant." I'm like, we can live in a beautiful place, not necessarily because of the scenery, because of
No,
who we get to live around.
It's ugly,
A little bit,
but I love it. I like
yeah, it depends.
it.
We got some good parks, though, man.
Yeah.
I love Dupree Park where I live. This rain has been amazing. We've got all the water birds are starting to show up.
Oh, nice.
I'm a little bit of a nature guy. I don't know about you, but
I haven't really, not much, but I need to be.
I like getting out, man. The other day, we've got what's been really neat this year. We've got all the water birds flying in. So we've got egrets at the park. We've got blue herons. I'm a little bit of a bird guy too. I guess when you get over 30, you get into stuff like that.
You know, it's an interesting bird, a
Yeah.
roadrunner.
Oh man, I saw one of those the other day.
We work in I think it's called Kings Park down South Lubbock, and there's some over there. They're really interesting birds.
Yeah.
And I see this lady on Facebook. She has like a pet one
Yep.
that she rehabilitated, and I was like, damn, those are like little dinosaurs. They're really cool.
So I was out at the lakeside the other day. I actually saw 2 roadrunners out there.
Nice.
You're never going to guess the other bird I saw. Wild turkey.
Oh shit!
Wild turkey running around here. I didn't even know we had them.
I knew we had some just outside right there by Ransom Canyon area, but
Craziest wildlife I've ever seen in Lubbock County. So again, I'm a wildlife guy. I love that kind of stuff. I saw a mountain lion once.
really,
Yeah.
where?
FM 1294. It's that road north of town.
Oh shit!
Now, it was way out of town, up between Shallow Water and the airport.
Yeah.
But I was driving home. It's like 11 o'clock at night one night, coming back from, I don't know what I'm doing. But I saw running across the road. I'm like, that's a weird looking dog. That ain't no dog. That's a mountain lion.
God dang.
Yeah.
My friend said one time, I don't know the time frame, that there was a beaver in May Simmons.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
He got all the way up here. I don't know how.
I don't know, man. He was
That's
on
cool.
some road trip and got lost. So,
Yeah.
okay, where's the rattlesnake thing come from, man?
Rattlesnake Roundup. You ever been out there?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
Sweetwater.
assuming you have. Yeah.
I haven't been, but I know about it.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's just this really cool thing. And me and my friends would go out there every year, and somebody called me Rattlesnake Roundup Roy.
My dad said they used to go hunting rattlesnakes to sell to Tony Lama to make boots.
Nice.
Like back in the 80s, yeah.
I bet you can make some good money doing that.
It sounds like you could, but I mean, I think they had to catch them live.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, don't sign me up for that.
Mm. That's interesting because I've seen a lot of people. They've been out this year, rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Yeah.
And I saw horned frog the other day.
That's cool.
Yeah, in town. So, I mean, it's good to see the wildlife kind of
Yeah.
thriving a
Good to
little bit, I guess.
see. You know, so are you from here, man?
Born and raised.
All right. Do you remember seeing foxes growing up?
I still see them today.
I see them these days. Growing up on 60th Street, I don't remember seeing them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I saw a lot of squirrels and snails. But yeah, foxes, didn't see a bunch of them back then.
Yeah, those big long tails.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one that lives in my neighbor's yard.
Oh, crazy.
Pretty thing.
Yeah.
Really, really pretty. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, that's kind of a sidebar, I guess.
yeah, well, you know, we go everywhere on this pod. Can you tell me about flock cameras?
All right, so I'll tell you what I know. That's another one of those things where you get in there. They were already there when I got there, and I'm trying to figure them out.
Well, they're already here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. They were here when I got elected in May. I've got some concerns about those, man, particularly related to where they're manufactured, who controls the data, who has access to
Let me
it.
guess, China?
I don't know.
Hmm.
That's something I'm exploring.
Oh, you don't know? Okay.
Yeah, no, I've got currently I have more questions than answers, but I'll share the questions I have. Number one is who controls that data and who has access to it. Number two, where are they made? Who controls the flock company? unfortunately, we live in a day and age where privacy has really dwindled quite a bit.
Yep.
We talk a lot about flock cameras. Almost everybody's got a Ring camera on their door right now. So they're watching from there. Got private cameras on private property all over the place. So again, they've been, in a lot of ways, they've done some good. They've been able to catch, high-level criminals running from the law with these. But you've got to make sure that's done in a way that protects everyone's freedom. Freedom's my big thing.
Is that their stated purpose is to
Yeah.
fight crime?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's their purpose.
Which at first seems great. Heck yeah, do it.
But again, back to accountability. We've got to make sure that we hold our police accountable for doing things the right way. So that's something I'm exploring big time right now.
I didn't. So, do you know, like, do we have them here?
Yeah.
Oh, and the police use them.
Yes. Yeah, we've got them. They're almost everywhere, man.
I'm mad at you, man, if I start getting tickets for texting and driving.
Sheesh. Yeah, well, they can't use them for things like that, but
well, can they not?
my understanding is they can't. What they have used them for is like catching kidnapping people and human traffickers, stuff like that.
That's my concern is where it leads to.
We've got the same concerns in that regard, so that's why I'm like, okay, what safeguards can I put in place that aren't already in place?
And like AI, there's no regulation on these right now?
There is some regulation.
I mean, I guess like your constitutional rights or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a lot of litigation. So as with any new stuff, you'll find that a lot of new things that come in, that all ends up going to court, and they figure out how the law applies to them.
Okay.
So a lot of lawsuits going on with flock cameras right now. The courts are going back and forth saying, hey, how do we make sure that nobody's rights get violated?
Yeah, it's a big issue.
It is. It's huge. Huge right now, man.
I didn't even know we had them here.
Yeah.
You add those to AI? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, and a lot of people, again, back to the using fear and control thing, they're like, hey, they're going to bring data centers for the flock cameras. I'm like, no, it doesn't have anything to do with that.
I just did that. Yeah.
Well, you didn't mean to, though.
Fear, man. Fear.
It doesn't have anything to do with them, though. I'm like, we have flock cameras already, right?
Yeah.
But with data centers, it's like a box, man. It's kind of like trying to outlaw cardboard boxes because it's like, what if they're storing, illegal stuff in there? Or what if they're storing, what if criminals are using that to steal stuff? Sure. But what if we're using it to, deliver food or pack buildings and materials, whatever. We all got boxes.
I'd like to see AI, cure cancer, something like that. That'd be nice.
Pretty cool.
Help us clean up the environment a little bit.
Yeah, well, and they're using some of that for things like that. So what AI has made possible is what we call modeling in science, right? So it's where we go in and we develop hypotheticals, and they'll upload various information and say, all right, analyze this information and tell me how this is going to work. One of the ways I've used it is I'm trying to book a flight, right? So I'm trying to take a trip here in late September. Going to Rome, man. I'm going to go see what's up over there.
Where?
Going to Rome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't been to Europe yet, so
that's awesome.
I said, you know what? I'm going to go. Interestingly, you got to be careful when you run for office because I had to rebook my tickets because I booked this trip, oh goodness, way before I even ran for office and found out it's right over when the budget vote was going to be. So I said, I cannot be out of town for that, so I had to rebook.
Oh, wow.
But just as an example of what everyday people do with AI, I was able to put my travel details in there and I said, hey, figure out the best price flight that I can get from Lubbock to Rome, And so it did it. Sat there and calculated for a couple minutes and said, here you go. I said, well, that's nice. That would have taken me about 4 hours.
Yeah, it is nice to use it for things like that.
Yeah. But as with most tech, man, it can be used for good. It can be used for evil. It can be neutral. And so we have got to put those safeguards in place. And I can't control the expansion of AI. I can't control what Facebook does. What I do have power to control is say, hey, if we're going to have data centers in Lubbock, we can control how much water they use, where they're built, that kind of thing.
That is really nice to hear, actually.
Yeah.
And it does relieve the fear. Like, inevitably, they're going to be here.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're here.
Regardless.
They're here.
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy just to think about it.
Yeah. It's wild. What gives me the most pain right now, man, is they've got this big one building up by Abernathy. And so it's right there in our backyard. We don't have access to any of the revenue from it. So, everybody talks about the downsides. The upsides are you get a data center put here into town. Let's say I need to, I've got to build more roads. I've got to expand our water infrastructure. Right now, if we don't have new growth revenue, I got to pay for that with property tax increases. And a lot of people say, we're not worried about that. We rent our houses. I say, when you pay your rent, your landlord's got to pay property taxes. And that's part of why rents end up rising is because taxes go up. So if I can find smart ways to grow our economy here in the city and not shove that growth out to Slayton, Shallow Water, Wolford, we can continue to help fight the growth of taxes here in town.
Yeah. So those data centers, how do they generate revenue?
Yeah, so a couple of ways. So when they first come in, you see a boost to the sales tax. A lot of people don't realize this, but about 35 to 40% of the city's revenue comes from sales taxes.
Is this like hotels?
Yeah, well, so like go to the gas station, you buy a vape,
Okay.
right?
Or Zen?
Yeah, or you buy some Zen, then there's a sales tax on that.
Okay.
And so about 35, 40% of what the city's revenue is comes from that. A lot of people think, we just pay property taxes to fund the city. That's actually even a smaller portion than the sales tax.
And is that why we don't have a state income tax?
Sir.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I thought I heard.
Yeah, so the reason we don't have state income tax is a combination of sales tax, property tax, and then revenue off of oil. So that's a big thing in Alaska, but people don't realize it's a big thing in Texas too. So, the oil rights off of state land. So when state land gets drilled on, we get that money.
It's never black and white because you think like drilling in these pristine areas.
I know.
Sucks, but then it brings all this money that ultimately helps.
It's tough, man, but it's always a balancing act, right?
It is.
when I was young out of high school, man. So I've always been interested in politics. I used to be super extreme on everything. I was like, we definitely have to do it this way. We can't do it this way. What I've found is a lot of the best deals come from having back and forth negotiation talks like that.
Do you think the media and all of that makes it where you need to pick an extreme? You know what I mean? Is that how it usually goes?
Think about it, man. It comes back to the money. So like even here on the Snake Pit with Rattlesnake Roy, if we say some really crazy stuff, I might drive more traffic, right?
Yeah.
Kind of builds the audience. Fox News is doing the same thing, man. NBC's doing the same thing.
I know.
CNN, all those guys. It's all about clicks and views. And so if they're out there saying big crazy stuff, instead of having a reasonable conversation, it's going to get them more clicks.
Yeah.
I do like that on your show that we're talking real stuff, though. We're not out there just looking to, make a big splash and not tell the truth,
There is one question I'll ask you in a little bit that's kind of out of there, but I'll wait till the end to do that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, so sales tax from the data centers is a big thing.
Sales tax is huge, and then you've got the property tax piece as well.
Okay.
So let's say these guys are going to bring $500 million of investment to Lubbock, right? And so we're earning sales tax off of all that, and that's split up between the city, the county, the state, the county hospital, and the schools. Schools are the most of it, right? So they make, oh man, should have brought the numbers with me. They make 55-60% of the property tax bill goes to the school. The city makes a smaller portion. The county makes a smaller portion. And again, the county hospital as well, which provides the reason the county hospital has a tax rate is for two main things. Number one is indigent care. So, if we got a homeless guy walking down 42nd Street here and he falls and breaks his leg, he can't pay for that. And in our society, we're not just going to let him sit there with a broken leg. We're going to get him down to the hospital and get him fixed up.
Yeah, contrary to what people say.
Yeah. And so the county hospital district pays for that. They also pay for our ambulance service.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had heard this, and I wanted to run this by you. The idea of getting rid of property taxes.
It's interesting.
What does that look like?
Yeah, so it fascinates me. The question is, what do you backfill it with?
Now that you're saying it like this, I'm like, where are you going to get that money?
Exactly. And I have some friends that are like, let's just cut something. I'm like, what are we going to cut?
Because it looks sexy, somebody's running like, oh, we're going to get rid of property tax.
It does, man.
Somebody has to pay that, right?
It'd be very easy for me to get up and say, I want to just cut all property taxes. I do. I'll say it right now. I want to cut all property taxes.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I'd love that, man.
We'd all feel it.
But I don't want a state income tax. I don't want to double the sales tax.
Something has to give.
Yeah. And we want to cut spending? Sure.
If you doubled the sales tax, didn't stuff be more expensive like in bigger cities, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you're paying $12 for cans of Zen.
Yeah, even here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like right now, the sales tax is 8.25%. Imagine if we're paying 16% on everything we buy instead of 8.25%.
Then Zen really will be almost that much.
Doubt, man. The boys are going to have a hard time.
I'll have to quit drinking beer, man. Maybe you should do that. So help me out.
Oh, man. But then, you got your groceries and you got your gas.
That's telling you my life, right? I don't have to worry about a lot of things.
Oh,
I didn't even think about groceries. Oh man.
It's just interesting because, yeah, and a lot of it's talking points, right? And so this is an unpopular take, but, like, I don't see a good way to cut the property taxes without doing something else we'll regret. I've seen some politicians who say, "Ooh," they'll say this in the background, they're like, "We got this short-term source of revenue. Let's cut the property taxes today, use this money that's available right now. What about in 4 years? What are we gonna do?"
Yeah.
When that money dries up, then all of a sudden, it's like, "Wait, why can't we get our roads fixed? Why can't we run enough ambulances?" Oh, it's because we made a short-term solution and have a long-term fix.
Do these data centers bring in jobs?
They do.
I mean,
So
initially, right?
yeah, so now economic development, big part is jobs coming in, right? So you got two main benefits to an economy from economic development. Number one is you got revenue coming in, and so that is revenue to the government, right? The sales tax and property tax. That's also revenue to the people here in the community, right? So whenever something hits a cash register here in Lubbock, let's say we go down to the Murphys at 34th in Indiana, we go buy a Coke and whatnot. Well, that benefits all the people that work there, people in the area, so on and so forth. But the jobs piece is huge too. Now, with data centers, the most of the economic impact is on that sales and property tax side,
Okay.
the economic growth there. But you do get some jobs. It's not a whole ton, not compared to like,
Few electricians.
yeah, you get guys like that, guys to run the data center, guys to clean the data center, all that, maintain it.
It's not like bringing a Murphy's. I mean, a Bucky's.
It's not like bringing a Bucky's, man. And if we got that Bucky's, we get jobs like crazy.
Man, they pay their people good too.
One of the biggest economic development wins we've had is our cheese plant on the East Loop.
Oh
Have you
yeah,
seen that?
I've heard about it. Yeah,
We're making a lot of that mozzarella out there.
it's already happening.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's rolling.
Oh.
They brought, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they brought a ton of jobs. Now, they are one of the largest users of water in the community. They use way more water than a data center,
And
5 or 6 times.
And I never heard nobody complain about that. Oh man.
Now, hold on, here's why. That water gets recharged back into the system. My understanding is if you look at the amount of water they use versus the amount of water they give us back. So when you make cheese, you take milk and you basically take the water out of it, right? So we've got water coming in from dairies. They're getting that water out to make cheese, and then they got the water they use, but then they're putting water back into our system. I believe, and I wish I had these numbers with me right now, but it's possible they put more back in than they use, or pretty close to it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
And they got a lot of jobs
yeah. So that was
for
a
an
huge-
area that needs economic growth.
Yes. Yeah, so that was a huge win for Lubbock. We actually did see in East Lubbock when it went in a little rise in home values there as well, which was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so like Parkway Cherry area. I'm a real estate guy. I don't know if you know that, but I'm in that business. And me and my brother like to talk real estate all the time because he works with me. He's like, Dave, look at this. Why are houses over here, in East Lubbock, which has been really depressed, starting to sell for a little more? And we're like, it's that cheese plant, isn't it? Yep.
Hell yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Now, again, there's always people that are going to complain. They're going to come in and say, no, you can't build industrial development anywhere near here. I think the guy I ran against the other day, if I heard him correctly, he's like, we don't need any industry in Lubbock. We just need houses. We need businesses. I'm sitting up here thinking, man, how are we going to end up having places for people to work if we don't have what we call primary jobs? So what's a primary job, right? Like primary jobs are going to be packing plants, distribution plants, things where we're creating things, manufacturing. You don't have people working at gas stations, people working at the grocery store, if there's not people generating that primary income. And so that's why a big concern of mine is how do we bring industry to Lubbock while we keep it environmentally friendly, keep it safe? How do we get that done?
Does this job, man? How do you do? That's like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
How many people would you say you? Well, you have one district.
Yeah.
How many
so
are in that?
I've got, let's see, I don't have the exact population numbers. It's about a sixth of the population of the city.
Still, it's like
It's a lot of
it's a
people.
lot of people. I mean, even collectively, everybody in the town.
It's over 50,000 people in my
Oh,
district.
man.
Here's what I learned after I got elected. It's not just the problems in my district I get to deal with. The decisions I make affect everybody.
That's what I mean. Like, how does that weigh on you, man?
It's hard, man. It's hard, but and it's been more hard because again, I'm committed to making the right choice that's going to protect our citizens for years to come, instead of necessarily the easy right now choice.
I know you're so fresh into it, but do you feel like you have, like, Do you feel like you have a good conscience and a good heart about the decisions you've made or going to make?
Yeah, yeah, man. Everything I do, again, that's what I do. I say, let's take some input. I'll make the best decision I can based on wise counsel. And so, wise counsel is key, man, because I have to know so much about so many things. I can't. I cannot be an expert in 40 different fields of study, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I've got to have good advisors, and that's why I am eager to have public feedback, eager to have feedback from people at our university that are engineers, people that know stuff. Man, you too. I'm always grateful for your feedback as well.
I'll give it to you when I feel like I need to.
No doubt.
I thought I was nervous about this podcast because I thought you were gonna. I mean, you just laid it out so much better for my idea of what was going on.
Yeah,
And I let the news and I let people on social media get to me.
yeah,
That's my fault.
it's like that, man, and I do too sometimes. It's easy to get dragged down into it because you open your Facebook, you're like, oh man, all these people are saying all these things. Oftentimes, a lot of people on Facebook they just haven't paused to get deep into the situation. We talked a lot the other day about how a lot of the interviews I've done have been terrestrial radio, right? Where you've got 5 minute segments to say something. Everything we've gotten into now in the last probably hour or so on a normal interview, on a soundbite, if I'm going on TV or on the radio, it's going to be hard to get into all that. A friend of mine and I often talk about the loss of nuance in conversations. We got to talk details. We got to get into the meat of it.
You can go all day about data centers, man.
Oh yeah, and that leaves so many other things on the table too. That's probably my biggest frustration on the council so far has been how much energy that has taken up. Because we've got so many other things. I came in running on a few issues that are important to, I think, all of us. Number one, maintaining our roads. We've actually got some people like to complain. We've got pretty good roads here in Lubbock.
For the most part.
Yeah, I mean, by and large, if you ever been down to, man, I hate to throw them under the bus, but Corpus Christi, man.
Oh no, I've never been there.
Oh man, beautiful beach, but their roads are a mess. I don't know why that is. I can only assume it's because they didn't make investments years ago.
Well, from what I heard, they didn't make investments in water either.
Same thing.
They're out.
Yeah, they're dealing with all that. But again, I don't know those guys, so I don't want to throw too much shade. But one can only assume that the guys that are there right now, it's probably not their fault.
Yeah.
It's probably people 30 and 40 years ago who didn't make the right choices. And that's the cool thing about being here at Lubbock today is I'm standing on the backs of giants. Guys, I was looking at the pictures of all the past mayors of Lubbock. Man, all of these guys had to spend countless hours making hard decisions to get where we're at today, which I'm going to say is a pretty good spot.
Compared to everywhere else, yeah. It's
Yeah.
seemingly pretty damn good.
Yeah. Even driving through some of our neighboring communities, I'm like, man, we've got it better.
Oh yeah. Don't tell people that. I don't want people moving here.
I know.
Man. Did we see a big influx of like Californians and stuff
So
during
many.
COVID?
So many, man.
Did we? I never really, from what I gathered, is they came here and then they left.
A lot of them came and stayed. Some came and migrated elsewhere in the state. But yeah, we've just attracted people. Again, you got to look at our city didn't exist really before 1909. There were some settlements here and there, but look at where we were, man. Basically, the downtown area, and now we take up most of the county.
Yeah.
And so again, we've made wise decisions. We've made investments, and it's just continued to attract people to the middle of nowhere, dude. Think
Pretty
about
awesome.
it. It's pretty awesome.
I always say, man, whatever you talk about, you're like one or 2 degrees away from Lubbock. I think so.
Yeah.
It's weird. You can always get back to Lubbock somehow.
Dude, you got to give me an example on that.
Well, just think about Buddy Holly.
Yeah, that's true.
And like with music.
Yeah.
I was thinking about music.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
One band was influenced by this band that was influenced by Buddy Holly.
I mean, Buddy
and it
Holly
all
basically
comes back here, or sports.
Yeah. I mean, him and
know?
a couple other guys, they just kicked off rock and roll, which
Yeah.
is like the whole.
Or you'll find out like a famous actor was either born here or went to Tech
Yeah.
or something like that, some crazy
Yeah. I
or
know.
that traveled here in the 80s and was chilling in the 80s. Like I just hear all these crazy stories. Like
What's been pretty cool is now we have the state speaker of the House is from Lubbock. Have you heard about that?
no, I haven't.
All right. So his name is Dustin Burrows. His office is actually only about a mile from us here, but he's the speaker of the House for Texas, which is a huge deal. He's one of the big 3 statewide elected officials. He's just a local guy here in town,
Wow.
but he's a big deal in Austin.
Nice.
And that's brought huge investments to Lubbock. Something they've recently done, they were able to get I could get way into the weeds on this, but they did something called a PFZ. Can't even remember what that stands for, which is embarrassing. But anyway, it's an investment zone that's going to let us help redevelop our downtown. with a portion of the state's sales tax.
Oh, nice.
So they're basically funneling money back into Lubbock here to continue to develop our inner city, which I'd love to see.
What do you want to see downtown, personally?
Yeah, downtown, I'd like to see it. Want to see it walkable. I want to see restaurants. I want to see nightlife. All that, man.
Comedy club.
Comedy club would be fun.
I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Big conventions, man. That's what we're looking toward right now is, okay, how do we update and improve our civic center where we can have bigger conventions coming to town?
Yeah.
Because really,
that Buddy Holly Hall, too, did a lot.
Made a difference.
Brought a lot of people.
Because to do all that, have all that fun stuff, all the cool restaurants, the nightlife and all that, we got to have the foot traffic.
It surprises me as also because I'm kind of into like the arts and the culture of Lubbock.
Yeah.
Doing this, how much stuff actually does go on here
I know.
already.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And how many people are here or come through here.
Yeah.
It's people who don't really like go out or experience that. When I tell them, it's like, what? Like, dude, there's always something to do here. Really is.
Well, and there's that narrative, right? People say there's nothing to do in this town. I'm like, have you looked?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I haven't had a slow day in this town in the last 10 years.
I was just about to say that too.
Yeah.
I have to force myself not to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, and so where do you think that comes from, man? Why do people say that sometimes? What do they want to do?
I don't know what they want. I think it's the same people who bark about data centers, who bark about this. They just want to chatter. I think that's really what it is. They just want to complain.
I guess, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
there's great restaurants here.
Yeah. But just because Drake's not doing a concert here doesn't mean there's nothing to do here.
That's what I mean. Like, that is one thing I'll give people.
Sure.
Bigger cities do get all cool concerts. I'll give them that. But other than that, like, I mean, I don't know how I'm into it. First Friday Art Trail's huge. And I mean, that thing has grown.
It's been a lot of fun, man.
It has grown. I've been going for probably the last 10 years, and it's grown huge.
Yeah.
And just like everywhere, man. Tech has done really well. So, I mean,
yeah.
I heard their enrollments just increased a bunch. So, I mean,
it's on the way up.
And the city's about to double in like 2 weeks. So
it's been crazy, man, to see. But yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I guess it's easy to complain, but if you just wake up one day and decide not to complain, there's so many opportunities available.
I was talking to somebody. I'm not gonna say his name because I know you know who he is.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I will say his name. I'll just bleep. He had this idea that we can't sustain more than like 400,000 people. I don't remember the exact number, but it's not much bigger than we are now.
Yeah, I don't think so, man. I think 400,000 is our 50-year projection.
Oh,
like
really?
50 years from now.
Oh, okay.
It's going to take a while to get there. But from there, again, we just keep developing. We keep having the right mindset. We keep bringing resources to Lubbock. So here's my tough job, Roy. I've got to sit here today in 2026 and make plans that are going to benefit the people that are going to be here in 2070. So I've got to look forward to those 500,000 people being here in the middle of the prairie, having a good time, having a good place to eat, having clean, safe water, all that.
You guys are welcome, by the way.
Yeah, right. You're welcome in advance. But that's what we have to do, man. It's neat being when Mr. Rose steps off here next week, I'll be the youngest member of the council by a lot.
Oh, wow.
I'm 34.
Okay.
And so, I think he's 1 year younger than me, maybe something like that. But that it'll be like a 15-year age gap between me and the next person up. So it's neat hearing some of the older leaders of the city making plans 30 years out. Like, I'm not going to see this,
Yeah.
Like even our mayor, he's in great shape, but he's in his early 70s. So he's out here working hard, making plans for a lake that he may or may not get to fish on.
Now, you're 34.
Yeah.
Do you feel the council being older, is that fully representative of everybody in Lubbock?
It's not bad to have a good mix.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
It should be mixed.
It's good to have a good mix. So we've got a couple older people in their 60s and 70s. We've got a couple, I think Dr. Wilson's in her 40s. And you got me in my mid-30s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I mean, I just know, everybody has a right to complain, and I always say, step your ass up and go vote.
Yeah, or run for office.
Or run for office, exactly. But I just, people, again, the loudest ones on the internet are complaining the way Lubbock goes, and I just know the demographic that votes. And it's not really representative of me, I'll tell you that. But that's fine.
It's true.
It's fine. I like it.
Well,
I'm cool with it.
Are you in your 20s or
I'm
30s?
29.
Yeah, you're 29. So
and I'm Mexican, I'm not 60 and white. is what I
Right.
mean, ultimately.
Well,
But I can't complain. I'm like, shit's good for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what else to
yeah,
say.
we're about the same age, so got people our age often they don't vote, which is
No,
frustrating,
they
man. I mean,
don't.
I would go. Even getting some of my cousins to go vote was tough, man. When I was on the ballot, I was like, "Hey, I need you to go vote." Okay, we'll do it. Text them the next day. Did you vote? No, I forgot. Oh man, but you got a lot of things going on in your 20s and 30s, man. I mean, I've got a 10-year-old. I'm raising a family over there. You got a lot of
Nice.
things going on, getting your career rolling, getting the pod rolling.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard until you get retired in your mid 50s and early 60s, where you can really sit down and think about the affairs of the community. I'm really
Yeah.
only able to
True.
engage in this because I've got some flexibility with my work. I'm a independent real estate broker, and I've got a really good crew that's able to say, "All right, boss is gone for half a day figuring out the stuff at the city. Next week, man, we've got budget hearings 3 days in a row. I'm not even going to show up to my office after lunch 3 days in a row.
Dang.
Just crazy."
So y'all all have full-time job, or you do?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think almost everybody on the council does. The mayor's retired now, but man, being the mayor is a huge time commitment.
It
He's
is his job.
he's a full time mayor. He makes $75 a month to do it though.
What do you say to people who said he was being dismissive about people talking to him about data centers?
I think I don't understand why people say that. So I try to
I
have a
don't
lot
either.
of I try to have a lot of empathy, man, and understand that. But man, he put on a 3-hour public hearing just to hear complaints about data centers. Why would a mayor do that? Why would he put us through sitting through 3 hours of getting basically yelled at most of the time if he didn't want to listen to people? Um, Somebody give me an example of him not listening to people, but I think he's got his ears wide open. And he's approachable too. If you go see him at an event, he'll talk to you.
You know what? I will give him that.
Yeah.
I was at a Christmas party and he remembered me.
Oh yeah.
And that meant actually a great deal to me. He was like, "Man, how's the pod going?" I was like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
this is the mayor." I'm like, "Yeah, he's really approachable. He's cool. He'll talk to you."
No, he's a great leader and he's a great guy too.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah, I love him. So shout out to him.
No, he's good. We don't always agree on things necessarily. I
Isn't
mean,
that supposed to be the way though? Like healthy? Like none of us are 100 agree with him 100%.
yeah, we're not going to do the groupthink thing,
Yeah,
man.
I don't want to see that.
We're all going to bring our different ideas. And you see that in China, man. Have you
That's
ever
what I
seen
mean.
like a picture or a video of the Communist Party meeting in China?
They have to, right? They have to say
Yeah.
whatever the
Well, and when the chairman says something, everybody stands up and claps.
yeah.
And one guy sits down, doesn't clap. Maybe you're not going to see him after that meeting.
Yeah.
Not so here in town, man.
It is a great thing to be able to disagree
Yeah.
and argue.
Well, even incorporating people that don't agree with us into our meetings and our.
You're supposed to do that, right?
Yeah.
You need to.
Oh yeah.
We got to keep you guys accountable.
Yep.
Keep us accountable.
And we want that as the thing. People don't fully understand that, but I'm like, that accountability makes us better. If I didn't have public input on different things, maybe I wouldn't pay as much attention to things as I need to because there's a lot of noise going on out there. I've got, hundreds of city employees that I've got to look after and take care of, and so many things on my plate. If there's an issue going on, I really need somebody to raise it.
Well, you guys need to lower gas if you can.
The gas price?
Yeah, it's $3.60 right now.
Oh, man, if I could get on that, I would.
I guess you guys have.
I don't
none.
know. I got to go figure out a way to open the Strait of Hormuz.
Oh, please.
Maybe I'll just go stand out there and hey, let that ship through.
Come on, Trump. Let's end that already. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's a wild thing.
Yeah, I'd rather not get into that one today, but
That's a whole other can of worms.
I mean, you guys don't make those decisions, so
No.
can't really bring that up.
That's the tough thing. There are things going on in the world that affect us we can't control. And so I've pretty much got to get a little bit of tunnel vision and say, all right, these are the things I can do something about.
So, we're in congressional district 19, right?
Yeah.
That guy could make decisions
He can have a little say.
a little bit.
Again, when you're one of 400 something congressmen, and I actually got to visit with him yesterday.
Who is it?
Tom Sell is his name. He's going to be
Okay.
our new congressman.
Yeah,
Neat guy.
I try to get him on the pod. If you want to go on now, please.
Hey, I'll hit him up.
Okay.
Tell him to come on over. But yeah, long story short, I mean, he's one of 400 something guys. So what we find here in West Texas, we've got in the whole of West Texas, 4 or 5 congressmen that represent this whole part of the state. Those guys have got to be loud and they've got to work hard to get heard. So we've got 38 congressmen in all of Texas. And so our congressmen have done a good job of that going back. Jody Arrington did a good job of that. He became chairman of budget, which is no small thing. One of the fathers of Lubbock was a guy named George Mahon. You know about Mahon Library?
No, I'm not familiar.
Man, George Mahon did amazing things for this community. He's the reason I-27 is here. Brought, again, back to old timers that did big things years ago that we all benefit from.
Nice.
And so I have the unique opportunity. I might make it to 80 if I get in shape one of these days. But yeah, I might see some of the things I get to do. But a lot of these guys, they don't get to see that.
I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. Yeah, we have to hold y'all accountable, so you're not just in it for the money.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of money in it, but yeah.
Maybe afterwards you can start making money some way. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
That's when we get into conspiracy, and that's a different podcast.
And that's what's really been frustrating. They're like, council is paid off of these data centers. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. They're out. You got people out there making baseless claims, and it's frustrating me, man. I'm like, that's just insane. Like,
that is crazy.
if you're gonna make some allegations about somebody, bring some evidence, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, I was going to ask you about aliens before we got out of here.
Okay.
All
right.
I'm under the impression that, I don't know if it's aliens. There's like drones or some weird things flying over Lubbock.
Okay.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
See a lot of satellites.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I've seen those, like the Starlink and all that.
Yeah.
I'm talking like little things flying over.
I hadn't seen any of that.
Take a look out west near the mall because we live near each other. So, like, if you look a little west, northwest, you see a little. And maybe it's the police just flying surveillance. I don't know.
It could be some dudes just running drones around for fun.
Is that legal?
Yeah, you can run drones around.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You got now for certain things like commercial use, you have to have a license. But you can
debunk me, please.
You can go to Armadillo Camera down there and go get a DJI drone and just throw it up in the air.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my guess. Now, if it's aliens, that'd be wild. I guess, if they say take me to your leader like they used to do in the movies, they got to go see Mark.
They got to go see Mark.
Yeah, Mayor's got to go deal with that.
He's representative of all of us.
I'm like, hold on, I'm not on alien duty. That's his job.
Yeah. Well, okay. If they made themselves known, what would your first sort of course of action be?
Man, I'll tell you straight up, that's going to take me a minute to figure that one out. Oh man, thankfully at my current role, I've got a lot of responsibilities. The alien responsibility is a couple notches above my pay grade. I think
it's fun to think about.
Yeah, you can have the president of the military involved before I'd get into that.
I just thought I'd throw that out there. I asked McBrayer about it. I always ask everybody who's
now, what was his take?
He's like, I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I hadn't seen any aliens.
Who was it? Oh no, it was Steven Sanders. I was like, hey, if you win, can you form a task force? Like a UFO task force, and let me be on it and investigate these things. That's what I asked him about. Because I really do see things out there. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
unexplained. It could just be a drone.
Like, are we talking flashing lights, or what are you seeing?
Yeah, like a little bitty, like 3 lights. You'll see 3 lights, and it just sometimes it stays, and then sometimes it moves.
That's a drone, I bet.
If I'm assuming it is. Now, is it ours?
Could be.
Is it military? Is it China?
The police actually have drones for use in like search and rescue and things like that.
Okay, well, that would make sense.
Yeah, fire department, police have access to them. State DPS does. You might be seeing helicopters. I don't know.
No, it's you can't hear anything. That's the thing.
Really?
That's what I was also paying attention to. It's there's no sound.
It's probably that then. Probably DJI drones running around.
My ultimate tinfoil hat conspiracy is there's nukes under Lubbock. I will throw that one at you. But
I haven't seen any evidence of that one now. Amarillo, I wouldn't be shocked.
I think they're connected.
They got the Pantex plant up
there.
Yeah,
I'm familiar. About that? Yeah. This is why I think there's
I don't know.
Underground.
If so, that's way above my clearance.
I just wanted to see what you would say to that.
You're going to have to get the president on here for that one.
Please.
They'll be like, Roy, the rumors are true.
I don't know. I mean, he was on the #1 podcast and he didn't even say anything about it. So
was that Joe Rogan?
Yeah, he asked him about it.
Oh, really?
He's like, I don't know. I haven't seen nothing.
Yeah. Man, that national security clearance stuff's a whole other level.
I'd rather not even.
My security clearance is I get the card to beep to go in City Hall after hours.
City Hall is a really nice building, too.
It's pretty nice.
I like it. Yes. So thank you again for being here.
Enjoyed it, man.
Do you have concerned citizens? How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, so email me, dbruegel@mylubbock.us, or call my office down at City Hall. When you do that, you're going to get a hold of one of our front desk folk over there, and they're not just going to write your name down and throw it away. They're going to drop me an email. It's going to say, hey, Roy called, and he's worried about this. You know what I'm going to do with that? It may take me a couple days, depending on if we're in budget session. I'm going to pick up the phone and call you back.
Nice.
What's up, Roy? You'd be like, Dave, you suck.
No, I'd never do that.
Oh, man.
I welcome any interaction on my podcast on all the platforms. But if you listen to this and you actually have some real concerns, please don't come to me. I don't know. I'm just a podcaster. You got the man right here to talk to.
Oh, and
With all seriousness, you have the man.
And I know I can say for the mayor, he's glad to hear from you.
Oh, yeah,
I'm glad to hear from you guys too. So hit us up, man.
Yeah.
Don't be shy because it always amazes me. I thought, you know what? As soon as I get my city email set up, I'm going to get bombarded every day with like 20 people asking questions. No, man, it's less than one a day.
I wish you would.
Yeah.
I wish more people were
I know.
that active.
And even little stuff too. I helped a guy with his dumpster the other day.
Nice.
I mean, I was joking with a friend. Most of the emails I get are about dumpsters. So I said, you know what? This job shouldn't be called city councilman. It should be called commissioner of dumpsters.
Is it illegal to dump in other people's dumpsters?
No. So the way it works here in Lubbock, now you can't dump like construction waste. Like if you demo a house, you can't just go pile it in a dumpster. But if you got a bag of trash, you can throw it in any of the dumpsters in Lubbock.
I do
unless
landscaping, so we've had people complain to us.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's usually grass.
You can't like go fill up
Or,
construction.
we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, a couple of bags of trash you can dump where you.
They get onto us. I'm like, I don't think you have that.
Now the blue ones are privately owned.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I'm talking like the city ones. We also had this question, and I want to know if you know the answer. How many dumpsters are in Lubbock?
Oh gracious! I knew the answer to that 2 weeks ago.
There was an answer?
I had a meeting about that. We were talking. So you see a lot of those rollaway carts coming to some neighborhoods. We don't have them in Central Lubbock very much.
Nah.
We were talking, and somebody told me the answer to that. I can't remember.
Damn.
Yeah.
We were talking about this not long ago. We were wondering, and I was hitting people up.
So here's
I'll text you when it comes back up.
Little dumpster fact. The side load dumpsters, we have those old gray dumpsters we've had forever.
Yeah.
Are not actually as common as you'd think. A lot of places have they have got the rollaway carts these days. So if you go to Dallas, they've got those. I like the ones we've got here in Central Lubbock.
I love them
because I don't have to roll my dumpster out. Super nice.
That you know what, man? That's actually like so. Like it's not like a huge issue, but when I'm thinking about moving, I'm like, I like the alley and I like the dumpster in the alley.
Every time I think about moving, man, I'm like, maybe it'd be fun to be near the beach. I'm like, how about I stay in Lubbock where I got a safe city to live in that's clean and nice, and then I can go fly to the beach when I want to.
That's what I'm saying. Cheap here, you save every money.
Yeah, no
go
doubt,
travel.
man.
You can fly anywhere from pretty much.
It's pretty easy.
Heck yeah, man. Again, thank you for joining me on a Saturday. I'm gonna try to get this out Monday. Yeah, guys, I hope you got a little bit out of this for the data center information. I know I did. So
really enjoyed the talk, man.
Go complain to him, not me.
Let me know, y'all.
If you want to talk shit, he's the man. We elected him for that reason.
And I'm here for it. So let's do it.
All right, guys. Patreon.com/SnakePitStudios. Check out the other podcasts we do. We'll see you guys next time. God bless.